everyone. Happy Sunday.
Jessica, you're back.
I am. It's so good to be back. I missed you all last week, but let me tell you, I was in a very, very happy place.
Really? Where? Tell me. I love stories.
Well, it all started with a great need. My mom and grandma needed a new friend during the long months of COVID-19 quarantine. But what could we do? An idea sprung into our minds. Of course, we'll get them a puppy.
Aww.
But to reach the puppy, we had to summon the courage to face the terrifying obstacle, the silver tube of death. It's just an airplane, but they're scary for some of us. Anyway, as we searched for our puppy in this faraway land, we got lost twice.
Oh, no.
The whole world is in construction. Nothing is familiar, and the GPS keeps saying, turn everywhere now. How will we find our way?
Oh, there must be a solution.
Finally, a clue. We came across acres and acres of corn as far as the eye could see. We followed the maze of edible plants until finally we arrived at our destination and found something magical. 6 fluffy, adorable bundles of excitement and life. Puppies!
Hooray!
Little did we know we had to pay a terrible price.
What?
The breeder, a terrifying, humongous, actually pretty normal and normal-sized woman.
Oh, okay.
But she brought heavy news.
Oh, no.
You must only choose one, she said. And my heart was in shambles. They were all so cute. How could we choose? But the show had to go on, and we could only return with one.
Oh, impossible! No one can make such a choice!
Somehow, we found the strength to choose our new friend from among the beautiful doggos. We once again boarded the plane of certain demise, which actually flew quite smoothly.
Oh, good.
And we returned safely with our glorious friend, Rusty.
The chosen one.
Yes, he technically was the chosen one. A happier home for Mom and Grandma had been created. But we will always remember the peril we faced and the puppies we left behind. The end.
That was so beautiful, sad and terrifying, and everything I could have hoped for.
You want to see a picture?
Yeah, that sounds great. Oh, it's so
Isn't
adorable.
he
I love him.
I know I
I
do
love
too.
him.
Anyway, back on track.
Yeah.
Okay, we've been talking about creativity all month.
That's right.
But what exactly is creativity, Jeremy?
I'm glad you asked. Creativity is imagining what you could do because you're made in God's image.
You all have shown some amazing creativity this month. For today's game, Jeremy and I get to use our creativity to come up with the most epic story ever.
Really? Yes, finally! There'll be giants and monsters and unicorns too, the largest of eagles that ever did flew.
Oh, well, wait, hold on. Jeremy, first of all, that was terrible grammar.
Yes, it was.
Second, this isn't a musical.
No?
And third, there's a process to this. You can't
Oh.
just start singing random creatures and get a story. We're gonna start simple.
Good.
Just words. 3 kinds of words, to be specific. Nouns, adjectives, and verbs.
Yes, we'll have pronouns and adverbs and probably nouns too. So many adjectives waiting for you.
No, stop that. It's too catchy. To start,
Thanks.
just nouns, adjectives, and verbs.
All right.
We will write down 5 of each and put them in these bowls.
Wow.
Then we will take turns reading parts of this story while filling in the blanks using the words we've put in the bowl.
Oh, like Mad Libs. Those are awesome. I used to do those when I was a kid.
Exactly. Okay, ready to use our imagination and creativity? Let's come up with some words.
Yes, we'll have...
Oh, no, stop. It's time to write.
Yes.
Here we go. All right, fantastic. I bet there are some fun and creative words in these bowls.
Oh, yeah.
So you at home, sit back and relax while Jeremy and I tell you a story called The Best Day Ever? Okay. Anthony kicked off his humongous shoes before turning the corner to drive up the stairs.
Oh.
He left them on the floor like two abandoned paintbrushes.
Oh no. He took a flying centaur and landed on his tower? Spot clearly expected a sweaty afternoon with his favorite human.
Anthony sighed, put down the game, and put on his unicorn on the way out of his room. He stopped to pick up his soccer ball too, just in case any of his friends saw him simplifying outside and wanted to join in the fun. He nearly tripped on his lovely shoes downstairs, but drawing them up with his free hand?
Drew them up with his free hand? Oh,
Sure, drew them up.
Okay. As he and Spot sat on the porch outside, Anthony dashed his shoes and looked around. Was anyone outside who would enjoy a pickup game on a random Tuesday afternoon? He saw a mom pushing her city in a stroller. Nope. Then a teenager gorilla with headphones on. Nope. Dancing a mower? Nope. One final scan, and all he saw was old Mr. Smith pushing his frisbee. All right.
Looks like a simple game of cell phone with Spot was all he could hope for today. He scratched Spot's head and stood up. At least he could make his dog's day extra colorful. The end.
Well, that was weird, but fun.
Yeah, it was. Friends at home, you should try writing your own epic story.
Yes, you should.
Just have your parents look up Mad Libs online and start being creative with words. Speaking of epic stories, Jeremy, I think it's time to hear about the Bible story today.
Ooh, sounds great. When Jesus was on the earth, crowds gathered wherever he went. They wanted to hear his wise words, and they had heard about his amazing miracles too. In last week's story, the crowds were so great that people had to make a hole in a roof just to get their friend in front of Jesus. On one particular day, Jesus saw a crowd gathering. He took his disciples up a mountainside and began to teach them. He explained how we can live out God's love here on earth when we show his love to others. During his teaching, Jesus said this: "You are the salt of the earth. Loses its saltiness. How can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything. It will be thrown out. People will walk all over it. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Also, people do not light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand. Then it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine so others can see it. Then they will see the good things you do, and they will bring glory to your Father who is in heaven." In today's Bible story, you'll hear a lot more about what Jesus meant by these words, but here's the quick version. We should choose to love people and do good works because that is how God gets glory. People are meant to see our loving behavior and recognize God. They're meant to ask, "Why are you like this?" And then, when we share God's story with them, they just might believe us. Our bottom line today is, God created you to share his story. We can share God's story by telling people about Jesus, but we also must share his story by living the story with our whole lives. People will see God's glory when our actions speak of his goodness.
I love that story, Jeremy. And our Bible verse is really important here. Let's say it together.
Lord, you are great. You are really worthy of praise. No one can completely understand how great you are. Psalm 145:3.
How do people come to know how great and worthy of praise God is? Through us. We show them God by how we love each other and them.
Yeah, that's right, Jess. We are salt, so we make the world taste just a little better. And we are light, so we help a dark world see the hope Jesus brings.
Your whole life can point others to God's story. Don't just talk about God. Show what a difference He has made in your life. Treat others the way you want to be treated. That's how we can do what God created us to do. Share His story.
You know how much I love stories. What a great way to end our month on creativity, talking about sharing God's story. I can't wait to start a new theme next month. It's all about friendship.
Ah, good.
We'll see you then, but for now, goodbye.
Bye.
Spinning. You made the ocean and everything in it, and you made the sky so blue, and you made every other color too. You made the sun, you keep it shining. You put the moon up in the midnight sky, and everything around me created by you only. I just wanna thank you, 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful. You made my feet, you made my hands, you made me sing and you made me dance, 'cause your love is all around me, and your love is so astounding. I just wanna thank you, 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful. Here we go, break it down now. Everything you created with your imagination is wonderful and good. Wonderful and good. You're my inspiration beyond all explanation. You're wonderful and good. You're wonderful and good. Everything you created with your imagination is wonderful and good. Wonderful and good. You're my inspiration beyond all explanation. You're wonderful and good. You're wonderful and good. I just wanna thank you, 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful. I just wanna thank you, 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verses 13 through 16.
Keisha Jones tied the strings of a large white apron carefully behind her back. She glanced at awe at the gleaming silver countertops and appliances in the kitchen of a cupcakery where her brother Robert worked.
This is amazing.
Yeah, pretty great Maya's letting us use the mixer and stove.
Pretty great, you're helping me.
Keisha offered to bake cookies to raise funds for the new marching band uniforms. Even better, she convinced Robert to help her. He clipped the smudge recipe page over the counter.
Brown butter and toffee chocolate chip cookies? Sounds weird.
Trust me, they are the bomb. Robert worked evenings in a bakery for 3 years, so Keisha had to admit, he probably did know. She looked over the recipe.
2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt?
Actually, we're quadrupling the recipe, so that's 4 teaspoons of salt. Robert tossed Keisha a set of measuring spoons.
Cookies are supposed to be sweet. Won't the salt ruin them?
Nope. Salt actually brings out the flavors.
What does that even mean?
You want to test it out? Fine. I'll make a batch with salt. You make one without.
You're on.
The siblings worked quickly as Robert showed Keisha how to mix dry ingredients and wet ingredients separately.
What do we do now?
Add the dry ingredients into the wet mix on low speed. Slowly, or you will make a flour storm all over this kitchen.
I knew that.
As Keisha worked, though, she began to hear another sound over the mixer.
Wow, rain's really coming down.
Yeah, and this is such an old building that every time it storms, the power goes out.
I can't see a thing.
Robert fumbled with his phone until the flashlight came on. It always comes back on pretty fast. We can wait it out. Robert settled down on the floor, back against the cabinets. Keisha sighed and sat down too. She checked her phone.
My battery's dying. Entertain me.
What? You can't live without your phone?
I don't know. Tell me a story.
I was just thinking of one. About salt.
Really?
One that Jesus told.
Ooh, that one. Sermon on the Mount.
Well, it fits. You know, the cookies.
Fine. Read it to me, preacher man.
It's in Matthew.
I know that.
Robert settled in with his Bible app. Jesus saw the crowds, so he went up on a mountainside and sat down. Then he began to teach. And pretty quick he gets into this part. You are the salt of the earth.
That's it?
Well, no. I mean, then Jesus talks about throwing out the salt if it loses its saltiness.
How do you even know if you're salty?
I think it's like the cookies. Salt makes things taste better. And people who follow Jesus can make life taste better.
Like chocolate chip cookies.
Robert punched her lightly in the shoulder. You know what I mean. When we share God's story, we bring hope to others. We help to fill their lives with kindness and joy and peace. All that good stuff.
Okay, I get it. Salt, good. There's something about light too, right?
Yep. Jesus says, you are the light of the world. People do not light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on a stand. Then it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine so others can see it. Then they will see the good things you do, and they will bring glory to your Father who is in heaven. Keisha shifted, trying to get comfortable on the hard floor.
So when we follow Jesus,
By showing God's love to others.
when we do that, others can see God better and what to do.
Like a bright light. Yikes! Robert leapt up to try to stop the mixer as the power came on. Keisha stood and stretched, blinking.
Like a bright light. You planned that, huh?
Of course.
Well played. Hey, I'm gonna put salt in my batch of cookies after all.
Well played. As Keisha measured the salt, she smiled. The cookies would have came out great, but she had some thinking to do about ways she can become salt and light herself.
A six-legged chicken. It's chicken for everyone. Sheep that can shear themselves. A pair of glasses that'll let you see behind you. Oh, yeah. Beef jerky made out of chicken? Novels! Oh, this is the best idea yet. Ah, where do they come from?
So strange.
Clothes that are made from other clothes. Pat Sajak scented deodorant.
Welcome to the So-and-So Show. I'm Brandon.
And I'm John, and we're wearing awesome mustaches.
Yes, we are. Why?
Because we're chefs, and every self-respecting chef has a mustache.
Gordon Ramsay doesn't have a mustache.
Okay, that's one.
Bobby Flay, Emerald, Martha Stewart. doesn't have a
Subpar
mustache.
chefs.
They're like the most famous chefs in the world.
Below par.
Okay, who are the above par chefs then with mustaches?
Chef Louis.
The guy from The Little Mermaid? That doesn't count.
Okay, what about Chef Remy from Ratatouille?
Oh, no. Those are whiskers, plus he's a rat and a cartoon. Doesn't count.
Aha! What about the greatest chef in history, Chef Boyardee? He was a genius.
Okay, you got me there. We're dressed like this because we are making an old family recipe today.
Snickerdoodle soup surprise?
Not your family's recipe. An old family recipe from someone who knows stuff.
Ooh!
Bonjour.
Come on in, have a seat. Oh, this is cool.
Tell us who you are and what you know.
I'm Madeleine Lemord, but I am called Maddie, and I know quite a bit. I know every winner of the Tour de France for the last 2 decades. I know how to put together a Bugatti racing engine, but I am most known for what I can cook.
Great, you're a cook.
Quoi? No. I am a chef. And by the way, I do not have a mustache.
It suits you.
Merci.
So, what are you gonna cook for us today?
Le poisson!
Les poissons. Les poissons. Oh, I love les poissons.
Oh, me too.
But no. We are making a 250-year-old recipe passed down in my family for generations.
Ooh, sounds mysterious. What's the recipe for?
French fries.
You know, I heard that French fries actually originated from the country of Belgium.
Oh, so they're really Belgian fries?
Yeah.
No, they are French fries.
Yeah, but if you look on the internet...
They are French fries.
Okay.
Some people like to peel the potatoes. My family's recipe leaves the skin on. Now we cut them.
All right, where do we...
Voila.
start?
You batter the fries.
All right.
This batter is what makes these French fries so special and so delicious. This batter is made with flour ground from the wheat kernels from the finest wheat fields in France. And then we add a precise amount of white grape juice squeezed by hand directly into the bowl. And then, of course, this batter contains the perfect blend of our secret family herbs and spices.
Yum! Batter up!
You
Yep.
put the duck fat in the pot.
All right, this is duck fat?
Yes, of course. What else would you cook in?
Yeah, Brandon.
Sorry. So, Chef Maddie, is there like a recipe or something in a cookbook or on the internet that in case anyone wants to try this at
The
home?
internet? A cookbook? Quoi? No. This is a secret family recipe. I was taught this recipe by my father, who learned it from his mother, who learned it from her great aunt, who learned it from her great grandfather, Chef Jean-Baptiste Honoré Lemond.
Did he have a mustache?
We do not tell people the secret of the recipe because then everyone would know it.
Well, I just thought that if the recipe is so delicious that you would want other people to know it so they could, share in the deliciousness.
This is something I have not thought about. It has always just been a recipe passed down in my family.
Oh, well, I can't wait to pass it down my throat and to my belly. So are we going to cook these Belgian fries or what?
Yes, of course. You must bake them bit by bit at 375 degrees until they are golden brown.
Wait. You're sticking around to watch us cook them, right?
Oh, I'm afraid not. No, I do not think I can keep this recipe to myself any longer. Everyone should know, no?
No. I mean, yes. I mean, what?
Be on the lookout for Chef Maddie's cookbook where all my secrets will be revealed.
Magnifique.
Bye. She didn't even say bye.
Well, she's in a hurry. Do you want to put these in the oven?
Oui, oui.
Oh, you speak French now.
No. I have to tinkle. Oui, oui. Ah! Oh! I had to tinkle and put on some skin. Ow!
It's Bible story time with Kellen.
Hey guys! What's that delicious smell?
Oh, we're cooking up some French fries, Kellen.
Yeah, they should be ready by the time the story's over.
Well, let's get to it. The story today comes from Jesus' most famous sermon in the Bible. And since Jesus preached this sermon from the side of a mountain, today we call it the Sermon on the Mount.
The sermon from the mouths? I thought all sermons were from the mouths.
No, the Sermon on the Mount. It's short for mountain.
A short mountain is called the hills.
Okay. So, everyone, this is my friend Horvath. I'm guessing he's here to help me tell today's story.
Thank you for having me on your shows, Kellens. I am Horvath, and I am an expert in combining the mental trainings of learning the Bible with the physical trainings of making your muscles bigger.
Perfect. So, I'll tell the story, and Horvath, you give us some exercises to help us remember it.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, so Jesus was talking to a crowd of people from the side of a mountain. One of the things he said to his followers was this: you are the salt of the earth.
First exercise. Okay, we are going to make salt for the earth. All right, so I put my hands on my hips like this and then rotate around. Click, 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 click. This is called the salt grinder. We do it 24 times. Ready? Go. 1, click, click, click. 14, click, click, click. Elastigirl, click, click, click. 3-hole punch, click, click, click. 24! Hey, we made salt of the earth!
Okay, that was fun, but what do you think Jesus was talking about when he said, you are the salt of the earth? Yeah, so when Jesus said, you are the salt of the earth, I'm pretty sure he wasn't saying we actually taste like salt. But salt is used to make food taste better, and salt is used to keep certain foods fresh. So maybe if we're the salt of the earth, Jesus was saying that we have the opportunity to make the world better somehow. You see? Okay. Jesus kept going. He said, you are the light of the world.
Second exercise. We are not salt anymore. Click, 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 click. We are lights. So let us pretend to be lighthouses. Stand straight and rotate your head like a light all the way around. I call this turn the lights on. We do it 137 times. Go. 1. 26. Grape nuts. Willie Shoemaker. 137. Oh, what's next, Kellens?
Right. So first Jesus called people who followed him salt, and then he said we were light. Well, what do you think that means? Oh, no, don't do that again. No. Here, maybe this will help. Jesus said, you are the light of the world. People don't light a lamp and put it under a bowl, right? Right. Instead, they put it on its stand. Then it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine so others can see it. Then they'll see the good things you do, and they'll bring glory to your Father who is in heaven.
I think I understand.
You do?
No.
That's okay. It can be confusing sometimes. Jesus was saying that if you are someone who trusts and follows him, you should live in such a way that brings light into what can sometimes be a dark world. You should be looking for creative ways to do things and creative ways to love others. And when we do that, it will point others to God.
All right, let's do this. 7th exercise. I call this one ladders to heaven, so we can point people to God's. Okay, so we raise our hands and legs at the same times, just like we are climbing the ladders to heaven. And then when we reach the top, we point like this. Huh? Okay, we climb 45 of the ladder rungs. Go. 1, 6, 45. Now point to God because he is the most important. I think I need to take the elevator.
Good idea. Bye, Horvath.
Going down.
Well, just in case that wasn't clear, it boils down to this. You have the light inside of you, and it's up to you to decide how to use it. You can keep it to yourself, or you can let it shine. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Kellen. Hey, what are some ways we can shine our lights?
Oh, there are so many different ways because everyone is so different. Sometimes it's as simple as being nice to someone. Anyone can do that. But sometimes you need to use your own unique talents and abilities to point people to God. What's important is that you don't keep it to yourself. I mean, do you ever think about how you'd feel if someone didn't point you to God?
I'd feel so left out.
Yeah, Jesus has been such a big part of my life. I want everyone to know him.
Exactly.
You're the best, Kellen. Thanks for shining your light.
You bet. I'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Let's do it.
All right, reveal the question.
Who first told you about God's story?
What a great question, because those were people who shone their light to us. For me, it was a guy named Brett in my senior class at high school.
Oh, cool. For me, it was my grandmother.
Oh, cool.
For me, it was my mom when she took me to Sunday school for the first time.
Awesome.
Are the fries ready yet?
Oh.
Ooh. All right.
Oh, yum.
Oh, yum, too. Also yum. Oh, these are amazing.
Yeah, good.
We got to tell people about this.
I think you're right. I think we should.
No, now. We need to tell people right now. Hey, everybody, you got to try this.
Okay, we'll see you guys next week for another So-and-So show.
Oh, it's so good. Try it right now. Right now.
John.
Lunch. I'm running in bread.
I'll be running. You do a spin. All of them. So good. Good.